Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and in this video here I'm going to be doing two things. I'm going to be giving you an update on my previous video, things I've been buying and reselling, and I'm also going to be giving you a list of things that you can buy and resell yourself to make a decent amount of money. So, things that I've been buying and reselling. In my last video I brought up that I basically went through all of the crafting professions, well, two of the crafting professions, and I bought a lot of these items that have very, very low buy orders but very high sell orders, or I should say a good margin between the two. And basically what I did is I placed a whole bunch of buy orders for items like this, and then I resold them for the higher amount. So flipping, in other words. A few of these items have turned out to be quite, I guess, profitable for me, for a lack of better words. Like steel splint helmet casings, I've sold quite a few of. The Ori Chalcum stuff, I've sold a decent amount of too. I also decided to do one of these Rampager's intricate gossamer insignias, so I was able to buy them for like 4 gold, 62 silver, and I'm able to flip them for 6 gold, 24 silver, which is like a 50-40 silver profit, something right around there. And as you can see, I get a decent amount of these that are selling. You can see as we go down, there's a decent chunk of just basically crafting materials that I've been selling. And there's also a few exceptions to this, like I also bought a bunch of these, not specifically Berserker's linen insignias, but I bought a whole bunch of the crafting insignias, like the Rampager's ones, and I have relisted them to sell them. So far, not many of them are selling. The only ones that have sold are like esoteric ones like this. Well, technically that's not too esoteric. That's a pretty common one. But like the Rampagers, the Berserker's linen insignia you see there, this one, I've spent... Technically, not all of my buy orders have been fulfilled yet because I have like over 1,000 gold in buy orders amongst all of these items, but I have not gotten back the amount of money that I've invested into those yet. I mean, obviously, I haven't gotten back the amount of money that I've invested into all of this yet because I've still, just begun, but this is a good example of, right now I am still practicing and learning with all of this to see what sells, what doesn't sell, and also when I make these videos, people are going to start doing the same things I'm doing, and then they're going to run into then there's just going to be more competition for these things. But a lot of these items that I'm explaining right now, I expect to be sitting on them for like a year and a half, but in order to sell all of the stuff that I've bought. I don't expect this to be quick. And that's another, I'm saying that partly because that's what I got into this expecting, and also to dissuade people from thinking that this is going to be quick money, because it's not. You would likely buy the stuff and then list them, and you would probably quit the game before they actually sell, depending on how long you plan to play this game. Because I plan to play for over a year, probably a few years again, because usually that's how I go through MMOs, and I know that's my rotation. So that's I'm planning ahead for the long term. So now let's look at some other items that I can give to you guys that you would be able to make money off of. So the first one that is going to come to mind is Sigil of Force, Superior Sigil of Force. So allegedly at the end of this month, they're going to be adding in the new weapons for each class, and that's going to cause sigils to go up by quite a bit, even more so than they already have with the Weapon Master achievement from Soto. So I would expect this to go up to probably maybe even 3 to 5 gold, somewhere in there. Not like by the end of this month, but by the end of this year. I expect the price to get up into that range. So there's other sigils too. So Sigil of Impact is another one that is commonly used. You can see this one is already jacked up quite a bit, and the margins are actually pretty good here. There's almost a 1 gold margin between the two, so you could definitely buy it and then flip it for more. So let's see what else. Sigil of Transference. What is this? Okay, as you can see, it's got another pretty big margin, which would be good for flipping purposes. Sigil of Concentration. This is another one that isn't as common and isn't as used because only certain healing specs use it, but you can see the margin there is halfway decent. Usually what you want to look for is you want to look for margins and not so much high gold numbers. So another one that you've seen me showing in the previous thing is this right here, Vicious Fangs. So Vicious Fangs are a little bit weird. The main reason they've dropped in price significantly is because you get them from Cryptus Rifts quite a bit, and everyone is farming rifts right now due to the legendary armor and due to the fact that that is the new content. And that's not going to stay that way forever. So recently, if we go through the auctions that have sold, you'll notice if I scroll down, we got Vicious Fangs. Where are you guys at? There we go. So you can see 11 days ago, somebody bought all of them. They were about 11 silver at that time too. Somebody cleared the whole entire auction house. They went all the way up to 23 silver, which was the highest I had mine listed at. So, and that's happened 2 times, I think, so far. And that makes sense to me because there's somebody out there that is like, okay, well, I know for a fact I can make a profit off of this item at that price. And they just buy everything out, and then the prices drop again, and then they'll probably buy everything out again, and they'll just sit on them until they can make a profit off of whatever they're making. I actually don't know what they are making with the Vicious Fangs, but I can basically tell you, guaranteed, with the price dropping this much, not all of the other items that use Vicious Fangs are also similarly dropping in price. So somebody out there is buying these and making a profit off of them. And you can either do research and figure out what they are turning them into in order to make a profit, or you can buy Vicious Fangs for, 10 silver at the price they are now, and then resell them or list them at 19 silver, 99 copper and make a decent profit. Or you can list them, 22 silver, 99 copper, which would be an even bigger profit, but less likelihood of them actually selling, because you have to remember that that person is the one deciding subjectively how high he's going to go and purchase them out. And he might look at 20 silver, anything above 20 silver is like, I don't really want to go up there right now. So you might just only buy the things out for under 20 silver, especially if the prices keep dropping down and he keeps investing, hundreds of gold into Vicious Fangs. At some point, he's not going to need enough. And also at some point, they're going to start getting worried that they won't be able to sell all of the stock that they have, which is usually, in this situation, an unreasonable emotion. Usually, you will always be able to sell the stock that you have, depending on how long you feel like sitting on that stock. But it's something to keep in mind. So you can make money 2 ways off of the Vicious Fang, like I said. So aside from the Vicious Fang, we also have globs of ectoplasm. Now, anybody who plays this game... Hold on, let me get back to my... There we go. Anyone who plays this game a decent amount has seen how much globs of ectoplasm have been going up in price, and this trend is going to continue. And the reason it's going to continue is because legendary armor hasn't even come out yet, and we need lots of globs of ectoplasm for that legendary armor. Also, another thing to keep in mind is with the Wizard Vault resets every 4 months. I think they do it. I think it's quarterly, if I'm not mistaken. So every time the Wizard Vault resets, they add a new legendary weapon starter kit that is also going to require globs of ectoplasm. So you should expect the glob of ectoplasm price to either stay where it is or go up in the future. And it would be a safe bet, in my honest opinion, to, buy these and resell them for higher. So the question would be, how much higher would you want to resell them for? What I would do personally is list my globs at 31 silver, 99 copper, or 32 silver, 99 copper. And the reason I would do that is because eventually it's going to go up to that amount and people are going to buy it. You might have to sit on them for a few weeks, maybe a little bit over a month at most, depending on when exactly you are listing them. Because at the end of this month is when we get the new patch, which is going to add a bunch of stuff, which is going to make the prices probably go up. And also, when Legendary Armor comes out, I have no idea when it's going to come out this year, just that it is. When that comes out, that's obviously going to affect the prices. So around those times is when it's going to be selling for the most, is pretty much the point that I'm trying to get at. So another thing that we can sell, that we can profit off of, is Cryptus motivations. So one thing I would like to say about these common Cryptus motivations is pay attention to these. They sometimes drop down into the 1 gold, like 40 silver bracket right down here, which basically they're selling for less than it costs to make them. And I personally would recommend, if you're somebody with a decent amount of gold and you want to flip these, set some buy orders for the lower region of the amounts that these can sell for, because then you can either flip them for more money, or you can buy them, turn them into tier 2 or tier 3 motivations, and then flip them for money. So however you want to do that one. Also, we have the uncommon Cryptus motivations. Anybody that has been messing with these knows that the price has been dropping. Same for rare Cryptus motivations. I'm pretty sure the price has been dropping for these a bit too. And there's a reason for that. So this is purely speculation on my part. May or may not come true, although I'm pretty confident in what I'm about to say. So, hold on. I have a hiccup coming up, but it's not quite here yet. There we go. I knew it was going to interrupt me at some point.
I prayed to the spirits.
The reason Cryptus motivations are dropping in price right now is because the essences of despair and whatever the other ones are called, triumph, I forget, greed, there you go, those are the three. Those essences are not currently being used for legendary armor. So people that are farming rifts, they get a lot of those essences and they're like, okay, well, I can't get the legendary armor right now, so I may as well turn them into motivations and then sell the motivations. So in the future, when the legendary armor actually comes out and people can actually get the armor, they're not going to be turning those essences into motivations anymore. Instead, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be using those essences for the armor that they want, which is going to obviously result in the Cryptus motivations going up in price. Less people making them, more people using the essences for the armor is going to result in the Cryptus motivations going up in price. So that is my speculation, and I think people who bet on that in the long term are going to make a lot of money. And I probably am going to bet on that too. I'm probably going to stock up on Cryptus motivations prior to the release of the armor patch, whatever that's going to come and however it's going to come. And then I will sell them after the patch. Usually what I do is I don't let a lot of these sit in my inventory. I will usually list them for the prices that I think they're going to go up to. It's up to you how you want to do it. That's just the way that I do it. So other things that I think are going to be going up in price are tier 3 crafting materials. So this line of crafting materials here, and technically tier 4 as well. And the reason I think these are going to be going up in price is because these are used in the gift of blank for the legendary armor and also for legendary weapons. And not many people farm tier 3 and tier 4. A lot of people farm tier 5 and tier 6. So that would be my speculative bet. I'm going to be betting on all of these going up in price a decent amount. And what you can do in order to prepare for that is speculative buy orders. So basically placing buy orders for whatever amount you would want to buy this item for, and then hold on to the item until, after the big patch comes out. So aside from that, we also have items, crafting materials like this: mithril, silk, elder wood, ancient wood, orichalcum. You might notice that orichalcum is actually a little bit low in price right now. Usually it goes, well, I always remember it going for more than 2 silver a pop. So the prices for some of these are low right now, and that is probably a result of not many people using them. Obviously, the supply is larger than the demand. That will change in the future when people start, obviously, creating the armor and needing those items more so than they need them right now. So I would bet on those going up in price too. Now, the thing is, with a lot of these items, you can't really bet on them going too high in price, like mithril right here. Like once it gets to like 62 copper a pop, it's going to hit a pretty hard wall in order to get through. So there's some of these that would be, and you can see like even going up here, it's mithril getting to 1 silver will be will take a while and be quite interesting to see. But yeah, those are some items that you could end up buying and flipping. Also, these things, the main thing that these are used for that I think are going to result in them going up in price a lot are research notes. So research notes are going to be needed in mass in order to make the legendary armor, and also a few other commonly needed / very useful goodies. And that's why I think personally the like mithril, elderwood, and all of this stuff is going to go up in price because it's needed for those in particular. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about in this video that I'm pretty darn confident is going to be going up in price is sharpening stones. Also, anything in the same genre of sharpening stones. So not only sharpening stones, but the oils, and also the other one. I can't remember the other one that I'm blanking on. But there's like 3 different items: sharpening stones, oils, and something else that you can make. And these are consumed basically all the time, depending on the player. Some players don't use them. If you're raiding, you usually use them. So the reason these are going to be going up in price is because more people are playing the game. When a big patch comes out, more people are going to come back to the game, and that's going to result in more people, using items just like this. So, and also a lot of these items you can see too, they have pretty decent margins. Like this is a very solid margin you're looking at right here, where you'll be able to buy it for this price right here, and then sell it for this price and still make money. And that's just obviously one sharpening stone too. That's a decent margin too on the simple. Where is the that's a smaller margin, as you can see. That would be a lot harder to make money off of, but you're not so much flipping these. Like, you wouldn't buy these for 24 silver, 95 copper, and then immediately sell them for 30 silver, 24 copper. Technically, I would list mine at 32 because that would be a better margin. But these would be speculative buys. So you would buy them, you would buy them now, wait a few months, and then sell them for more. That would be the speculative aspect of that. So it would be a little bit different than flipping. It would be more speculation, so much so than flipping. But that covers the list of items that I had to share with you guys that I think are going to be going up in price over the next few months, and also my reasoning for why I think those items are going to be going up in price. But anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully this video helped you guys out and helped you guys make a little bit extra money. If it did, be sure to leave me a like. If I got anything wrong or I missed anything, please let me know in the comment section below. But aside from that, I will catch you guys around in future Guild Wars 2 economy videos. Peace.